so I will be reviewing Chronicles 2019 2020. And I came across this really cool deal where I got a I think this is called a blaster box, a hanger box, and a fat pack, and got a pretty decent price for all three. I think it was like $100 for all three of them. Now, if you follow some of my videos and content, you see a lot of the 90s boxes that I pop. So this was kind of a tester for me. I wasn't sure what the new school stuff looked like, or and you know, you already see the Zion and some of the things that I pulled from here. Really cool stuff. Different though, right? Like, you talk about 90s stuff and you compare it to the new stuff. One of the things that was really apparent, obviously, other than just the quality of these cards is so much better now, is the quantity, man. Like, you would get a box like this for like $70, just one box. I mean, all you get is 40 cards. And so, like, if you're old head like me and you're just getting back into the whole hobby and aren't sure, and if you're kind of discouraged by some of the lower quantity but the high price point, check this video out. I'll kind of talk about some of the things to look out for and what's included and which box might be worth getting into. And so you also have the hanger and the fat pack. So like I said, I got a pretty good deal on these, so I went ahead for it. And I wasn't disappointed. If you saw my last video about the Skybox Emotion, one of the things I talked about is how hard it was to get some of the inserts and some of the superstars back in the 90s. But Chronicles is one of those sets where all they have really is rookies and superstars. So you're bound to get your money's worth. So yeah, the price point is definitely a lot more expensive. But again, just the quality of these cards, is you could probably see, even some of these base cards, super high quality. Obviously you have a lot of rookies: Tyler Hero, DeAndre Hunter, Kobe White, all these guys, but John Morant, high probability of getting huge hits. I didn't get anything like massively huge, but I did well. I love John Morant. I think he's actually going to be more of a superstar than people think, and I don't want to bash anyone else, but I think he'll be a solid player for years to come. And these are all cards that kind of came in these various boxes, and again, a ton of Tyler Hero. I'll get into some of my really good stuff that I thought I pulled. I mean, okay, so here's the other thing, right? I'm a huge fan of collecting basketball cards, so I don't necessarily let the hype or how much they're worth dictate how happy or like how geeked out I'm gonna get over a card. Like, if I think a card is dope, then like I'm happy, right? So that's the one thing. Like, if you got to be into the hobby. A lot of people ask me, hey, how do you get into basketball cards? Because they've seen me post, and if you know me personally, I talk about this stuff all the time. So you gotta have some level of interest. It's not like buying stocks, where you're just like, okay, read up on something and all of a sudden you can start getting a pretty good sense of what to invest in and what not to. You could do that with the basketball cards too. but it does it like you truly have to be into it to kind of one, navigate your way through what you want or don't want and what you like to collect. You kind of have to know those things. And if you're just starting out and you have the money, then you don't have to worry about that as much. But for me, I'm a huge fan of this stuff since I was a kid. I remember saving up my lunch money just so I could buy basketball cards. So again, all these cards that I'm going through are mostly rookies and superstars, and you really can't go wrong in that. And then these are kind of my really big hits that I thought I got in here. You have Zion Williamson. This is a hometown heroes insert. It surprisingly doesn't go for as much as it I feel like it should, because this card is just beautiful. I love how it looks. And then you have Kawhi Leonard, which again, I'm not a Clipper fan, not by a long stretch. I actually bash on Clippers and all my Clipper fan friends, but this is a sweet card, man. Then you have LeBron James, another Zion, Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn, by the way, I would look into this guy because right before COVID hit, he was right up there with John Morant for Rookie of the Year. And then the shutdown happened. I think he caught COVID or something, and he kind of lost his starting job to Goran Dragic. But Kendrick Nunn is one of the new school guys that I definitely try to collect. Definitely worth I wouldn't say go all in, but probably good to have a few of his cards, his rookie cards specifically. Then I also got Anthony Davis and Kobe White. Kobe White is definitely one of my favorite guys out of 2019-2020. If you play NBA 2K, use him as your point guard. He's lightning fast, and he could drain a lot of threes. So aside from that, though, I think the Chronicles series it's kind of like just the important stuff, right? When you collect basketball cards, all you really want, or any kind of sports cards, all you're really wanting to go after is the superstars and the rookies. That's where the value is, especially if you're looking to flip or kind of make money or just add to your collection or all of the above. It's definitely on the pricier side, but definitely worth it. The quality of cards are amazing. There's very, very high quality. So even if you're not looking to send them off to PSA or BGS for grading, these are really good cards to grab up if you are looking to get into some of the newer new school brands, if you will. This is all by Panini, and again, if you're lucky enough to snag these at a local Target or Walmart or something, you'll probably pay less than what you would pay off of eBay. But again, you definitely get more than the value. You probably get all of its value that you paid in the cards that you accumulate. So overall, I think I would give this I'll probably, if I had to grade out of 10, I would probably give it like an 8. Just kind of the amount, like the cost of it and the cards that you get are pretty solid, but it does run pretty pricey. If I hadn't gotten a good deal out of these, I probably wouldn't have purchased them. But again, the whole thing about collecting cards is You get to experiment and try some of these new brands and new cards that are, for me, it's really new. I used to collect a lot back in the day, especially mid to late 90s, and I've been out of the game since. And bought a few packs here and there in the 2000s, but never really got into them again until earlier this year during the shutdown. And I'm just getting back into it. And honestly, I would have to say some of these new school brands and packs that they have are really, really amazing. Pricier for sure. And I talked about quantity. You don't get as many cards. A pack like this, I think this goes for like $30. And how many cards do you get in this? You get 15 cards. Like I said, in the 90s, this would be like $2. Obviously, the quality would not be as great as it is now. So I could kind of see the exchange there. But yeah, for sure, I think if you're looking into getting back into some of the newer cards, definitely check these out, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.